Today on the show, we tested your small talk skills and gave away some fun prizes. I feel like today was very prize-filled, which isn't a bad thing. We also did some of our favourite talkback, like what ruined the holiday, what did the intruder turn out to be, and you'll hear at the very start, though, for our impossible phoner, we met people who found their long-lost twins.
Previously on Ben, Liam and Belle.
Have you touched the Titanic? This is a tricky one. They don't have people that have bits of it.
Like pirates and stuff?
What?
No, I don't think pirates would get
No,
that.
like the museums.
There would be sea pirates that have gone down and taken bits of it.
In what, an expensive submersible?
Yeah, I don't know. I reckon sea pirates more just float around the top and rob people. I don't think they get down to the bottom of the ocean.
And now, live across Australia, this is Ben, Liam and Belle.
I guarantee you there'd be rich people who pay sea pirates to go and take bits
What
of
are
it.
these sea pirates? Oh, I hope we get a sea pirate this evening.
Good evening, Australia. It is going to be a big Thursday night. We have got 12-month KO subscriptions to give away. We got a PlayStation 5 to give away. And we're doing this.
Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to call us on 132410 for...
Did you find your long-lost twin?
We're off to see the twins. Spazzle twins.
It is the impossible phoner, and this does seem a little bit impossible, but if you found your long-lost twin or you know somebody who did, 13, 24, 10, like Ben just said before, we're actually giving away a PlayStation 5 this week, so you could be in the running for that. There's two news stories actually doing the rounds at the moment, just in the last few weeks of something like this happening. Two women found each other over TikTok. One of them was just watching TikTok, scrolling on her For You page, and this other girl popped up. She went, whoa, she looks a lot like me. They were twins. Another one, a woman overseas, she was watching reality TV, realised this woman on reality TV also looked exactly like her. They were twins as well. It's incredible.
I mean, that's two examples that you've given. Does it actually happen, though? Like, I know it's the impossible phoner. I know it's supposed to be hard, but I actually think this is the hardest one we've ever done.
I guess we're going to find out. I agree with you, Liam. I think this is potentially the hardest one we've ever done. And we've done Have You Been Struck by Lightning twice. But having said that, we do have faith in you, Australia. So help us out tonight because we need it. 13 24 10 is our number.
I do have faith, Ben. In this day and age with like Ancestry.com and all of that, surely it is happening.
Our number is 13 24 10.
Dude, you're a locked-in Sigma with plus 1,000 aura.
Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to call us on 132410 for...
Did you find your long-lost twin?
I mean, it's crazy. I know it's the impossible phoner, but it's hard. I mean, to have a twin, kind of rare. But then to, like, lose the twin in some sort of horrible circumstance only to find them later in life, are we going to get that?
Well, hang on. I think your brain's going to some catastrophe. You could have just been adopted and then didn't know you were a twin.
But I guess what Liam's saying there is
yeah.
that starts off in a sad
Yeah.
circumstance because you got put up for adoption.
That is sad, bro. Do you know what adoption is? It's no happy adoption.
Yeah, I'm with you on that, Liam.
I totally disagree. Adoption is fantastic.
Yeah,
Because
I know.
if you need
I-
to be adopted so you have a better life.
Yes, of course, but the circumstance of, in the first place, obviously that's not ideal if someone's born in a situation where they need to be adopted, you know.
Okay.
Hey, look, we can argue on it all night, but I just want to know if we've got a call for it or not.
We do have a call.
Whoa!
Natalie, in Melbourne, are you a long-lost twin?
Well, I was on a walk with the dog in my own street, got chatting to a girl with exactly the same Christian name, middle name and surname. And she lives the street behind me.
Hang on. So she has the same name as you and she lives near you, but she's not a long-lost twin.
She's not a long-lost twin, but
Okay.
she's got exactly the same name.
Did you say same birthday as well, Nat?
Same birthday.
That
and
is pretty cool.
It's pretty wild. It is
Yeah.
pretty wild. I must admit, it's crazy and it's a wild thing to happen, but still in the context of this, it just feels like not a win. you
We
know?
can't say mission accomplished just
No.
yet. But thanks for calling that. Emma in Sydney, are you a long-lost twin?
Yes, I am, guys. So I was disconnected from my sister. She'd run away from home. She'd had a few troubles with mum. seen or heard from her for a couple of years. I thought I'd never see her again. And on Facebook, she popped up under the people you may know.
Whoa. And
So-
look, a bit of a dodgy phone line there, Emma. We got the gist of it.
So your sister, you said, but can I just clarify, your twin sister?
Yeah, twin sister, yes.
And how old was she when she left?
23.
Right. And then how many years until you found her again?
So 29. We were 29 and we connected together again and we're just the best of friends. It's been wonderful.
well,
I mean, that's
nice.
a
Yeah.
long time to be away from,
Yeah.
especially like a twin as well. And I mean, thank you, Facebook. A rare dub from Facebook. Thank you.
I guess we can say. Okay, well, I thought that was mission accomplished, but Belle, you're screwing your face up like you've eaten a lemon. You don't think that's mission accomplished?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like, no, it is. It is. You lost her, you found her. We'll take it. We'll take it.
Are you hoping that someone didn't even know they had a twin,
Yes.
and then they're like walking down the road and they're like 35 years old and they've got their own family and stuff, and they're like, what the heck? And they see someone who looks exactly like them and it's their twin. Is that what you're looking for?
Is that not so hard to find?
That's the second craziest thing you've said this radio break.
Yeah.
What was it? The adoption stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, chill.
It's a callback to the adoption thing that you said.
wow.
That was
That's good.
crazy.
That's a good callback.
You're listening to Young Kings, Ben and Liam. Oh, yeah, Belle's there too.
We all remember Tuah Girl.
And spit on that name.
Well, she's got a documentary now, guys.
Oh.
Yeah. And look, there are some great documentaries on Netflix. There's The Last Dance, the Chicago Bulls one. Normally you need to do a repeat for one or murder someone or something like that. But Haley has got one from saying you got to hawk Tuah and spit on that thing. And as I'm sure you think this as well, Ben and Belle, you think, it's a bit ridiculous. Like, why does she get a documentary? Are people actually going to watch this thing? But that's until I saw the trailer and I thought, you know what? This actually might be pretty good.
In a world where internet is king, one girl's rise to viral fame transcended the digital landscape. She became more than just an internet sensation. She became a legend.
You gotta give him that hawk too and spit on that thing. You get me?
Her name, Haley Welsh. But to the world, she is the Tuah Girl. After saying, spit on that thing,
Spit on that thing.
she exploded, reaching every corner of the globe. But behind the hawk and the Tuah, there is so much more. Humor.
I saw you counting up your change, but I noticed you were a dime short. I'm a hoot and a half. What can I say?
Knowledge.
Does that one song Jay-Z's in? It's like, concrete jungle, wet dream, tomato. About New York.
And wisdom.
What is good for the whole is not always good for the soul.
She's not just the meme, she's the force behind it. The world may try to define her, but with Pookie by her side, Tuah Girl will define herself. She's no longer just a viral sensation. She's an unstoppable force. Get ready to meet the girl who broke the internet. The Tuah Girl, The Rise of Haley Welsh. Coming to Netflix this June.
You're listening to Len, BM and Lel. Oi, stop gooning. The next bit's about to start.
13, 24, 10. What did your intruder turn out to be? Because an Australian woman called the police after hearing someone was trying to break into her home at 11:30 p.m. at night. Of course, that'd be horrifying. You see those videos, people trying to break into houses. They do break into houses all the time.
Yeah.
So she called the police. Someone's breaking into my home. The cops arrived. They could still hear the burglar out the back making noise, so they've rushed around to arrest the perp. Turns out, fuzzy little koala.
Cute.
So then, of course, they followed standard procedure. They maced it, set the dogs on it, put it in handcuffs, and put it in the paddy wagon.
Well, that's it.
Ben.
Well, you got to ask what that koala was doing there at that time, really. And there is questions that have to be asked. But no, of course, and that is the good thing about living in Australia, because it's like, oh, that's cute. We talk about it on the radio. It's a social media thing. In America, that koala would have been mincemeat. Do you know what I mean? Like she would have rolled over and gone, bang, bang, bang. You know what I mean? Like we're lucky that that is not the first resort here, and there is people around that can help us.
So her intruder turned out to be a cuddly koala. What was your intruder? 13 24 10 is our number.
We do have a year's subscription up for grabs to KO if you give us a buzz, 13 24 10. Good evening to George in Melbourne. What was your intruder?
G'day, guys. How are you?
Good, mate.
That's good. Had a bit of a situation where staying at my mother-in-law's house with my missus at the time, and it was about 1 a.m. in the morning, and heard a bit of scratching on the security door, so thought it was someone trying to break in. And the long story short, ended up calling the cops, and they came down, had a look at the house, and everything like that. Couldn't see anything. So I thought, because they're here, I can be tough now. Walked outside, ended up being the rabbit in the kitchen, just scratching on the cage.
Oh, man.
Yeah, no one told me that the sister-in-law. Yeah, no one told me the sister-in-law's rabbit was in the house. Normally it's outside, so I couldn't sleep that night. But it was all good.
Yeah,
and
right.
George, obviously, when the police were there, did you consider like smashing a few windows and cutting yourself and making it look like there was a violent home invasion, just to spare yourself the embarrassment of saying, "Oh, sorry, it was a bunny rabbit"?
Thanks, George. Diane in Melbourne. What was your intruder?
So our intruder, we were asleep at night. It was quite late at night, probably about 1 or 2 in the morning, and I could hear someone trying to break in through the front door, like a security door, and I woke up and sort of tapped my husband, we've got young children at the time, and I'm like, honey, I think someone's trying to break into the house. So he gets up in his boxer shorts and goes downstairs and starts yelling through the front door. And sure enough, there actually is someone responding, so it was actually a person. And I was shitting myself, honestly, and called the police, and the police came pretty quickly. And while this stage of my husband and the gentleman kept yelling at each other, and he kept trying to get in, and then the police rocked up. And it turned out it was the neighbour who just had a big night and just went to the wrong door.
Oh, man. I mean, how blind do you have to be screaming at someone who clearly doesn't live in your house, arguing that, no, this is definitely my house?
Wow. He was probably so drunk that he was questioning why you were in his house.
Well, yeah, he's like, oh, yeah, I live here.
Thanks, Diane. Alex in Melbourne, good evening. What did the intruder turn out to be?
Hi, how's it going? So about like a year ago, like there was a home invasion, like the house next to us. So the neighbours came over and like told us, and we were all so scared, and we were like, you know, that night we were all so scared to go to bed, and we all told our cousins because they lived near us, and like they were pretty scared as well. And we're going to bed, everything's fine. About 1:30 in the morning, hear this tapping on the door, and I was, you know, thinking the worst.
Mm-hmm.
I had the blinds next to us, peeked out the window, the guy in a balaclava holding a knife, and I'm like, oh my god! So I like run to the back of the house, like tell everyone, and then the door opens, and I'm like, oh my god! I'm like, how did it open? It was like locked. How this guy opened?
Yeah.
He runs down. I hear this running downstairs, and I'm like, and we're all like, you know, we literally called the cops. We're all looking at each other like, oh, this is not going to end well. Guy runs up. He's this big guy. Takes his mask off. It's my cousin.
Who saw that coming? Oh, man. And once again, a joke you don't play in America. You know, it's one you can do here, but not there.
You like that feeling in your ear holes? That's the Ben Lamb and Bell podcast.
Unless you're a politics head, you might not be aware of the name Katie Gallagher. But her name's been doing the rounds. She is the Minister for Finance of Australia. And with budget this week, she's been giving a lot of press conferences and addressing the media. And she's been trying her best hand at small talk before they kick off. People have been giving her crap online, though, saying that she's really bad at it. This is 2 examples of her.
Katie?
Yeah, and Dom, is it your birthday today? Oh, happy birthday. Yeah. Finn, nice name. I was going to name my son Finn, but his last name is Skinner.
Oh.
So it would be Finn Skinner. So Finn Skin didn't work. So he's Charlie.
She sounds like an open micer. Like she's trying out some new material for the first time.
Hey, what's your name? Is this thing on? Fin Skin. You get that? Like Skin Fin, huh?
No, don't be mean. See, this is the thing. People have been giving her crap, but I think she's doing a great job. That's tough. And small talk sucks. Like, I live in an apartment building. I get the lift every day with people in the building, and it is awkward, and I hate it. I hate it. So, tonight, 13-24-10, we wanted to do a little test and see how good you are at small talk. We do have a KO or 2 KO subscriptions up for grabs for a whole year if you can show us that you can hold small talk with a complete stranger for a whole 30 seconds. On the line, we have Zoe. Good evening, Zoe.
Hello, how are you?
Very good, Zoe. You are going to be meeting and greeting Andrew in Sydney. Good evening.
Hey guys, how are we?
Very good. Now remember, this is live radio. You two have never met each other. We are not going to be doing any talking whatsoever for the next 30 seconds. It's entirely over to you guys. If you can keep the conversation going for 30 seconds, you both win KO. Good luck.
Hey
Andrew,
Zoe, how are you going? I'm
I'm
fantastic.
good. How
What
are
are you
you?
up to?
I'm just in the car. What about you?
I'm sitting in the car as well, just going to do a couple of chores, sort out the
You
kids
pulled
for
over,
the evening.
right?
Exactly.
Oh, me too. Had to pull over
Oh.
though. I'm on my way to KFC. What about you?
Oh, I wish it was something as fun as KFC, but no, just going down to the shops to get the bread and milk, the simple things in life.
Did you find eggs though? There's no eggs there at the moment.
Oh, they're terrible. I'm not too
Time! That is 30 seconds.
Wow.
That's why he's the GOAT!
That was interesting to listen to.
Yeah, it's one way of doing small talk if you're both just talking at the same time for 30 seconds, and then you can sort of half decipher. It's like KFC bread milk, and then it's like, yeah, I suppose it's, you were keeping the pool up in a way.
Listening to that, it did give me more empathy for Katie Gallagher.
I get it.
Yeah,
I get it.
But you know what, Zoe, you were on the topical story. Hey, how are the eggs going? You're
Wow,
all
yeah.
across it. Andrew did a great job as well. You know what? Congratulations, you're both getting KO.
Thanks, guys.
No worries at all, guys. Thank you very much for playing. Enjoy KO.
Don't forget, every weekend, it's AFL Super Saturday on KO. Watch all the action live and ad break free during play with KO Sports. Sign up today.
This is Jelly Roll on Nova.
Look over there. It's a bird. It's a plane. It's a Balrog. Oh, no, it's just Ben Lehman Bell.
13-24-10. What ruined the holiday? I'd love for you to give us a buzz. What ruined the holiday? We have got a PlayStation 5 up for grabs. Someone this week is winning that just for getting on air and getting involved with the show. A Sydney mum was on a skiing holiday with her family in America's Connecticut when the dream holiday turned into a nightmare. She fell while skiing, broke her tibia and her fibia and the ankle in a bunch of places. The leg required emergency surgery because she was skiing. She also had to be airlifted off of the snowfields. Being America, without American health insurance, the bills piled up pretty quickly. Ended up costing them $144,000.
Classic America.
That's what? That's really sad. That's just awful.
A lot of money.
That is really, really awful. But, I mean, that's just going down in history. Well, sadly, because that's probably their whole house mortgage as well.
Well, they did have travel insurance.
Okay.
And the more I read the article that I was reading, it seemed like an ad for one cover.
Oh.
Because
Okay. So this lady actually never existed and they've made it up. I get it.
No, you know what? But just to be safe, I will be switching to one cover.
Absolutely.
I don't know about you guys.
Whenever
but,
I travel, I use one cover.
Okay, well, just
Powered
to
by
prove
One
that
Cover.
we're not sponsored by them, I won't.
I'd love to be sponsored by one cover.
I would too, but I won't until they do sponsor us.
All right, 13-24-10. What ruined the holiday? Maddie in Melbourne, what was it?
So I was in New York with my best friend for New Year's Eve. We had a drink package, and she got into a fight with her boyfriend who was still in Australia, and we had to leave before midnight.
Oh, no, and you missed out on all the celebrations.
The concrete jungle where dreams are made of. So did you miss? Did you say it was it New Year?
Yeah, it was New Year's Eve, and we
So you
left
missed-
before midnight.
The ball drop. That's what you're there for, right?
Yeah, we were in a bar that overlooked the ball drop.
Oh, Maddie. I mean, to be honest, that has proven how good a friend you are. Because I don't know if I would have been like, you're in a fight, you can go back to the hotel, I'm staying.
It's too bad, Maddie, that one cover doesn't cover for bad friends, eh?
Yeah.
Hey, Maddie, if you went on a holiday, would you get one cover?
Sure.
No, in all honesty, they do have some great comprehensive insurance policies that you can take out now for a small affordable
We are
price.
not sponsored by them.
Dude, is it even in Australia? Is it a thing?
Yeah, it is. No, genuinely, I do use them if I go on holiday for sure.
All right, well, one cover, guys. One cover.
13 24 10 is our number. What ruined the holiday? Give us a buzz.
Mia in Melbourne, good evening. So you were on holiday in Bali. Very nice. What ruined it?
Yep, I was in Bali. So I went on a trip with my boyfriend. I was already a bit anxious about it just because of like getting Bali belly, food poisoning, whatever. Anyway, he ended up getting salmonella. We had like 2 or 3 doctors come overnight, and because I'm so scared of like vomiting and all that, I actually booked another room to stay in that night. And I made us fly home early because I was just too scared to continue the holiday.
Mia, he's around the toilet bowl and you're like, see ya.
You know what though?
Yeah,
Mia,
I literally ran out with my pillow like crying because I hate it. Anyway, so we won't be going back there for a bit, but we're going to Europe instead. So that will be hopefully better.
It's a good way to strengthen a relationship. You know, I reckon like 7 years ago, it was the first holiday I did with my now wife, Sarah, and she picked all the restaurants, all these really nice cafes and stuff, found them all on Instagram, and then I had one place to pick, and I was like, we're doing the Brazilian barbecue in Bali. And it hit us for 6, and we had a romantic room where there was like a banana leaf in between the bed and the toilet, and we heard all sorts of sounds from each other over 2 or 3 days. And once you've got through that, you're like, well, we can conquer anything together. You know?
Absolutely. Tony in Sydney, where was the holiday?
Ours was to Paris.
Ooh. And what ruined it?
So I planned this really romantic outing, and I was really looking forward to going up to the Eiffel Tower. Like, it's always been a dream of mine. So as we were approaching for me and my partner, she told me that she was really afraid of heights, and I wasn't aware of this. Like, she really dropped that bombshell on me. And yeah, she started crying, and I was like, okay. Then the whole plan was ruined. Couldn't go up there. I had to stay with her and console her. And yeah, we just went around town essentially.
She ruined your whole trip.
Nah, man, that sucks. Yeah, get rid of her.
Okay, no.
No, obviously you did the right thing. And look, take it from someone. I did it. I was lucky enough to do it recently. It takes a very long time to get up there. Like, if you're scared of heights, you're settling in for a good 2 hours of getting to the top.
Scott in Melbourne, good evening, 13 24 10. We're doing What Ruined the Holiday. Scott, where was your holiday firstly?
Started in Peru and ended in Spain.
Oh, yeah. I'm with you there right now. Okay.
What ruined it?
So we were in the Amazon, and my wife got bit by mosquitoes over there. And then by the time we got to Spain, we found out she'd contracted yellow fever.
Oh.
So they came up in boils, really, really itchy boils that they had to. We had to go to the hospital, and they had to put cream all over those to douse them off and get rid of those. And then we would have come home, but you can't bring yellow fever into Australia, so we had to be stuck in Spain for 2 weeks doing a quarantine over there before we could come back.
Yeah. Hey, you got to eat lots of paella while you were stuck in your room, huh?
Scott, mate, great story. Thank you very much. You're in the running to win that PlayStation 5.
And that's it!
Like that podcast? There's heaps more to listen to if you just scroll back or download the Nova Player app.
Ben, Liam, and Bell.